Hey, what's going on? This is the Confidence Magnet here with another daily vlog, aka me thinking out loud. Now, what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about intermittent fasting. Now, for those of you who've been watching my videos in the past, you know that I did a video on intermittent fasting. But I want to talk a little bit on how it changed my life and how it can change yours. Now, I was one of those people where I wasn't a fat guy, but I built a lot of fat around my midsection. So one of the things that I had in mind was, you know, getting six-pack abs and dropping my body fat. So I saw this video on some guy saying, his name is Grego Gallagher, he does something called Kino Body. And he was talking about how to get to 6 to 7% body fat. And when I heard that, I said, wait, that kind of interests me. I think he said about 10% body fat, 10 to 12% body fat. But I knew it was talking about body fat percentage. And I said, you know what? Let me listen to what this guy has to say, because I've been struggling with my body fat for a long time. Like I said before, I wasn't a fat guy. As a matter of fact, when I put on muscle, it's mostly my arms, my shoulders, and my back. But to get that chiseled, defined look, you got to get rid of the fat around your body. So that was something I had to learn. So I'm watching this video, and he's talking about how he does something called intermittent fasting. So I said, okay, let me try it. So the first time I did it all wrong. Instead of me having 0 calories, I'll drink something like coffee with cream and sugar, tea with sugar and honey or whatever, hot chocolate, stuff like this. I'll drink calories, but I wouldn't eat. So then I seen other videos talking about how you do proper intermittent fasting. And he mentioned it in his later videos or in other videos, but I didn't get to see that video from him. So they said you got to consume no calories for a certain period of time. So it's okay, I'll try that. So I did it, and it was a bit of a struggle because I was a person who was so used to eating whenever I wanted to. I woke up, I'll eat, or I'll eat later in the day, it didn't matter. Whenever I felt like eating, I'll eat. But I had to switch that over once I did intermittent fasting. So instead of me eating as soon as I wake up, I'll skip breakfast, you know, like probably about 4 to 6 hours into the day, I'll eat. Or when I reach a certain time period, like a certain time, I'll eat. So I might wake up at a certain time and I'll eat within that hour, or I might eat a few hours later. But it was long as in a certain time window. So it's a 16-hour fast, meaning you're not eating or drinking any calories for 16 hours, and once you're done with the 16-hour fast, you go into something called an eating window. That means you have a certain amount of hours where you can consume all your calories. So I did that, and I noticed I was getting really good results. But you know, like I was on a cut, and I noticed that I got really lean, and I was like, okay, cool. So I got kind of lax with it, so I gained a little more weight. So, you know, me doing it, that's okay. You know, like, I guess that it's not like a thing where you don't gain weight. You can still gain weight as long as you're consuming a certain amount of calories. So, you know, I bought his program. The guy that does the Kino Body, I bought his program, and I learned a whole bunch of stuff from it. I learned a few workouts. I learned how to, you know, how to calculate calories and all that. Yeah, macronutrients, meaning your fats, your carbs, and your protein. I learned how to do all that. And I noticed that I got really lean. Like, I got really lean. I was able to see my abs, and I was like, cool. I said, this actually works. I'm liking this. But then, I started continue to do it on my own without the program. And that's when I gained a little more weight. So right now I'm on a cut. As I'm doing this video, I'm on a cut. So I'm trying to get back to the way I was, but with a little more muscle. Because I didn't have too much muscle before. So right now I'm trying to do it with more muscle. So this is how it changed my life. Like right now, I don't even want to eat as soon as I wake up. Like what I like to do is I like to play around with the with the fasting window. Sometimes I'll go a little longer in the fast. Sometimes I'll change the hours on when I fast. Or sometimes I'll try to shorten the eating window. Like I'll say, okay, I'm gonna have a 4-hour eating window, or I'll probably have one meal a day. I actually did one meal a day, and this was at a physical job, and it actually worked. All I did was eat before I went to work, and that's how I was able to do it. But these things, they're, like whatever way you can use to lose fat, drop body fat, it's always a good idea, your arsenal. And I feel that intermittent fasting is one of them. So this is how it can change your life. If you're one of those people that struggles with their weight and you don't like the idea of eating food that tastes like cardboard, because we've been told that we got to eat bland food in order to lose weight, that's not true. I was eating hamburgers, fries. I was eating a lot of stuff, like stuff that I normally eat. But then it came to a point where I said, okay, I'm eating all this other food. What if I started eating healthy food in the mix? I'll be able to eat more. I have a higher volume of food that I can eat. And that's what I started doing. And as you do this, it'll change your life, because you'll be saying, okay, fasting. When I looked at fasting, I was like, okay, benefits of fasting. Okay, cool. Water fasting. Okay, what kind of water? I was doing all this research on other stuff that it didn't have anything to do with intermittent fasting, but it was around health and fitness, like workout programs. I was looking at a whole bunch of other stuff as well. And this is how intermittent fasting changed my life, because I was like, okay, how can I get my health to the highest level it can be? So try it. You don't have to go 16 hours into the day right away. Every week you could take about 15 minutes to an hour off your eating window. So if you eat at a normal time, let's say you eat as soon as you wake up, say, okay, I'm gonna eat an hour after I wake up, and then go another week and say, okay, 2 hours after I wake up, until you do 6 hours until you wake up. And when you stop, you say, okay, I'm gonna stop at a certain time. So let's say that you're eating at 11 o'clock, you want to stop at 7. That's an 8-hour window right there. Or you can do it earlier. You can eat breakfast, but not eat dinner. You get what I'm trying to say? So you might eat around 6 in the morning, but you stop eating at 2 in the afternoon. I like to do it where I'm eating later on in the day, because I like to social eat. Sometimes I'll be with friends and family, and I like to eat with friends and family. That's something I like doing, like having recreational eating from time to time. And also, I get off of work after 2 o'clock, so it's very hard for me to get a good meal within that 6:30 to 2:30 range. So yeah, if you try it, you'll be surprised at how much fat you'll lose. And the best part is, when you start working out, you can even eat more calories, because you're burning body fat through weightlifting. You want to lift heavy. You want to get to the point where your muscles aren't being sacrificed for the lack of body fat, for the lack of eating. Your body's not eating away at muscle. So you want to build as much muscle as you can if you're at a deficit, or if you're at a bulk. And I think that intermittent fasting is very, very powerful when it comes to that. It has other benefits too, like when you work out fasted, it increases human growth hormone by, I think, like 1,000 or 2,000%. So that means, all that's saying is, it helps you get bigger. Because evolutionarily speaking, we had to fast until we reached our next meal. Before we got to another kill or another food source, there was a point where we were eating probably for a few hours, a few days, or probably even a week at some point. So this is something your body does. Your body says, okay, I'm used to this. It wasn't until recently that we had access to all this food. And people say, well, you got to eat every 2 hours to keep your metabolism up. But from my experience, I haven't had any metabolism problems, because I was able to gain weight, lose weight, depending on how I ate. And if you do ketogenic, if you're into the ketogenic diet, it can actually enhance it, because you're burning fat on both ends Your body's not storing body fat because you're not eating any carbs, or you're eating very low carbs, and you're not eating anything at a certain point, so your body's going into your fat reserves. Anyway, I'm at my destination. I want to thank you guys for tuning into today's video. Don't forget to check out the description box. Got a lot of goodies in the description box. Don't forget to rate, comment, and share this video. Don't be selfish. Share it with your friends. Share it with anyone who you feel can enjoy this video or get something from it. And don't forget to subscribe. It's very important that you subscribe, so that way I'll get more exposure and I'll be able to have more access to other people getting more views. Anyway, that's for me today. I want to thank you guys for tuning into today's video. Stay tuned for the next video. Peace.